Welcome to the Learning Circle. My name is Emily, and I am a parent navigator from EMBARC. EMBARC stands for the Ethnic Minorities of Burma Advocacy and Resource Center. I will lead our group today through this video, and the parent navigator with you can help discuss and answer questions you may have. They are not an expert in everything, so they may not know all of the answers to your questions, but they will share with you what they do know. If you ask a question and they don't know the answer, they will find out for you. We are here to learn together and to learn from one another. We want the Learning Circle to feel like a family of support for you. Please pause this video and go around the room and introduce yourselves. Before we get started, let's remember our group rules so we can learn and enjoy our time together. Raise one hand to speak and wait for the parent navigator to call on you. It is good to ask questions when we do not understand something. We will keep confidentiality. If someone tells us something personal and private, we will not tell others who are not in our learning circle. Today we will learn about play and being playful and how that supports positive guidance. We will also begin to understand challenging behavior. Before I get into the first part of the lesson on play, I'd like you to reflect on a couple questions. Do you know how play and being playful with your children is important? Do you know what emotions cause challenging behavior? Please pause this video and discuss these questions before we move on. If you will remember from our last learning circle, positive guidance is about building caring relationships of trust with young children to have a strong foundation as they grow up. The parent should be a positive presence in their child's life and a role model rather than someone the child fears. Positive guidance is also important because being positive helps nurture healthy brains for learning by not making children afraid and making them feel safe so that they can use their brain's full capacity. Using positive guidance, we can teach children what to do specifically so that they can be more independent and learn how to care for themselves, their things, and others. It is also about encouraging children to explore, problem solve, and persist, even when life gets challenging. Positive guidance can last a lifetime by building healthy relationships between children and parents while children are in early development. The more we have good relationships with children when they are young, the more we are able to support our children as they get older. If you remember from last learning circle, encouragement is an important part of positive guidance. To speak words of encouragement tells a child we see them. We see they are trying, they are learning, they are problem solving. Our encouragement tells a child we know they are capable of correcting mistakes, of being persistent, and of doing well. Playing with children with eye contact and physical touch strengthens the brain. This activity, using the song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, is a way to incorporate eye contact, touch, and encouragement into play. Getting on the same level as a child by squatting or kneeling is a good way to have eye contact and connection. Des Moines Public School preschool and Head Starts and other early education programs around the country are using this type of activity to support child development. This video supports what we spoke about last session as it illustrates the positive impact of encouraging words through eye contact, physical touch, and lifelong impact of positive relationship-based guidance. Please pause this video and play 30 seconds of the video in this slide. What are some of the encouraging words used in this video? A talented person from head to feet, a wonderful person. These are some encouraging phrases. Note that Twinkle Star is a common English lullaby. These words are made to go along with the tune. You can substitute your own words to make the same impact. The Twinkle Star Love Ritual is a good way for us to begin talking about how play and being playful supports parents' ability to give positive guidance. First, before we talk about play, we are going to make puppets and prepare to play as we answer these questions. While you work on making your puppets, please discuss these questions with your learning circle. What is one of your childhood memories about play? Were there other children? Were there adults nearby? Did you use toys? Did you use make-believe? Did you dress up? How do you remember feeling during play? Pause this video now and start again when you finish the activity. We really could talk about play for days and days. Play is the way children learn. Truly, we all learn when we are allowed to explore, feel comfortable, be creative, and have fun. Through playing with children, parents can build a child's brain by reinforcing what they are learning, encouraging more learning, and by creating a safe, comfortable place and relationship within which to play. What we are going to talk about today is the difference between play and being playful. Adults can be playful with children beginning at birth. You can point to and label what a baby is exploring or doing, or you can encourage him or her to respond to you with happy, upbeat voice and movement. Try to be physically engaged with what the baby or toddler is trying to do. Peekaboo is a universal activity. Take a second to practice peekaboo. Tummy time is important and can be a struggle for a baby, but when an encouraging, caring adult is nearby, it becomes fun for the baby. Children go through many phases of play. They will explore and play on their own before playing with other children. Many children enjoy play with an adult's attention or with older children before they are able to play with children their own age. Adults can support all stages of play through talking and playing with children, but also be mindful of knowing when to simply watch and let the child play on their own. As I said earlier, we could talk for days and days about how to promote play and to help children gain the most from play. But at this point, simply focus on pleasure and interaction during play when appropriate. Many playful interactions with children prepare them for child's play with their peers. Though we may not have all the time for play, we can try to play just 5 to 10 minutes per day. We can also be playful with children while doing everyday activities like cooking, allowing a child to measure or stir while we are actually cooking, or we can model cooking as pretend play. There are 5 tips we have for promoting play. Tip 1 is follow your child's lead. Wait, watch, and then join your child's play. Don't interrupt your child's independent play. Model good play and ask, "Can I play with you?" Tip 2 is to talk about what your child is doing. Comment on how your child is playing. Ask how their day was. Respond when they ask you a question. Engage and talk as much as possible. Try to make one-on-one quality time for each child to talk to you. Tip 3 is to encourage your child's creativity, persistence, problem solving, and taking turns. Especially when playing with young children, it's the best time to encourage them to share and take turns. You can encourage them by saying good job, clapping, or cheering. Tip 4 is to watch for how your child looks, what feelings they are expressing. Know when to be quiet or recognize that your child needs time alone. Tip 5 is to avoid power struggles while playing with your children. It is okay as a parent to suggest a type of play or wonder, what if we did this? But forcing a certain type of play does not allow for play. Play is intended to be fun and positive and is more about them learning than doing it the way that you think is best. Finally, tip 6 is to have fun together. If you look at this photo, you can see how work, like household chores, can be accomplished through play. As an adult, you have a unique role in play. You need to ensure safety and make sure there is no danger when a child is playing. You are there for encouragement to try new activities. You can show connection to your child through talking and eye contact. But you also need to be quiet sometimes and not take over when your child is playing. Let them show you and follow the child's lead. You can also use play to model how to share and how to play and how to wait. Be an example for them. Finally, your job is to give them time to play. Remember, play and being playful can happen anywhere, anytime, even during chores. Children want and need to be needed and contribute. What many adults may consider work, a child can consider play. Take a few seconds to think about what kind of household chores can you teach to your children that they can play with you while doing. You might wonder why play is important for building positive relationships. When we play with our young children, we are creating trusting, caring relationships that can last a lifetime. There will be challenges as children grow up. Having a positive relationship with children makes it easier for parents to address the challenges their children face with them. Moving on to our second part of the lesson, we are going to talk about challenging behavior. Challenging behavior is repeated behavior, so it is not behavior that happens only once. Challenging behavior is behavior parents are not able to change. Challenging behavior prevents the child, the parents, or others from getting what they want or need because the child is not able to communicate their emotions well. It may also pose a threat to the self, others, or things. There will always be times when children's behavior is challenging. Many of the positive solutions we review will prevent some challenging behaviors. When a behavior has been challenging over time and there is more challenging behavior or the behavior gets worse, parents may need to change how they deal with the behavior. Parents may try a more specific approach and make their expectations of children realistic based upon a child's age and abilities. For example, we cannot expect a baby to not cry or a toddler to sit still for a long time. Challenging behavior in young children occurs when they are unable to express themselves. Challenging behavior in anyone of any age is often due to inability to express hurt, fear, or frustration. We will look at what this looks like in young children, but first, it is best if we really think about our own and others' expressions of hurt, fear, and frustration. One or more of these feelings is often what is behind anger. It is often easier to express anger than to be vulnerable and hurt, or to say we are afraid or don't know, or are just too stressed to be our best. Our job as parents and caring persons is to look beyond the anger. We must see beyond the challenging behavior and think about what the behavior the child is trying to tell us. Is the child's anger actually fear about starting a new preschool? Is the child's anger actually frustration that their brother is not sharing a toy? We need to be able to address challenging behavior with compassion. Hurt can vary from a one-time incident to ongoing daily stress. The frequency and intensity of hurt impacts a child's behavior. What can help most for young children is a caring, positive parent or adult. We can react with challenging behavior and words when we are hurt, when our feelings are hurt. Maybe someone said something or ignored us, or when we are physically hurt, such as stubbing our toe. Or think of a teething baby. He may be a bit more fussy during teething or bite things he shouldn't. A child can be very hurt when caring adults are consistently yelling or fighting. This yelling and fighting hurts children, even if the child is experiencing it directed at them or if a child is witnessing this sort of negative relationship. Families in these situations often find success through counseling or therapy. If you or a family you know is constantly close or crossing the line of verbal or physical violence, there is help we can assist them in finding. Fear is a common feeling young children have. People of all ages are often fearful of what is new or unknown. As adults, if we are healthy, we have learned to handle our fear by trusting in ourselves and others, by being strong and persistent, and by knowing there are safe people and places we can rely on. For young children, think of all the new experiences they have every day. New people, new places, new rules, new foods, new separations. It is a lot. Every new experience helps to build a child's brain. Caring, positive relationships help reduce fears and increase learning and self-reliance. The picture of a family fighting here, again, because it's important to note that when we are afraid, we are stuck in the basic part of our brain. This means when we are afraid, it is hard for our brain to learn and grow because it is just trying to survive the fear. Children need to be in a place without fear to learn and grow and to see the choices for good behavior and connect with positive, healthy people. How many of you find yourself feeling frustrated at times? All of us do. Some people forget that children too get frustrated. The difference between children and adults is that children are often learning how to express that frustration. How do I respond when my friend knocks my toys over? How do I respond when I am told no more tablet? And again, what children should not have to figure out and cannot figure out with a caring out adult, how do I respond to the nonstop stress of parents or other experiences? When we help children learn to express their hurt, fear, and frustrations in ways that help keep themselves, others, and things around them safe, children are more likely to be able to handle normal life challenges and succeed in family, school, and community relationships. Remember, our job as parents and caring persons is to look beyond the anger, beyond the challenging behavior, and think about what is the behavior trying to tell us that the child is unable to tell us. We need to be able to address challenging behavior with compassion. It is easy to assume we are doing it all right or our child is perfect and easy, but there will always be challenges. Challenges are opportunities for children to learn and grow from. Our positive solutions will help us to help children grow through life's challenges. I'm going to give you a little time to discuss in groups now. Please think of a challenging behavior of a young person in your life. Given the 3 causes that we have talked about, hurt, fear, and frustration, what might be behind the challenging behavior? Please pause and discuss and start the video again when you are finished. If a child doesn't know how to read, we teach. If a child doesn't know how to swim, we teach. If a child doesn't know how to multiply, we teach. If a child doesn't know how to drive, we teach. If a child doesn't know how to behave, what do we do? That's right, we teach. Thank you so much for participating in today's learning circle. Our next learning circle will discuss telling children what to do, giving children choices, and natural versus logical consequences. Please join us next time. Do you have questions? Please ask your parent navigator your questions after this video ends. Remember, if the parent navigator does not know the answer to a question, they can write it down and provide you the answer later. I am so happy you came to the group today. Remember, you are always welcome to come, even if you miss one learning circle. Your parent navigator can give you more information about your next learning circle. You can always bring your children and invite your friends to come with you. Thank you.